Good morning. Today our lesson will be about pie charts part 1. Our objective will be to read data from pie charts in which the data is given as percentage. All of us know a pie chart is a visual chart used to display data. We already discussed this in the graphs or interpreting graphs. And it is usually circular and split up into different sections or sectors like a pie. Pie charts are normally in either percentages, like 25% for example, or fractions like half. Here is a pie chart. This is a pie chart showing how 40 children travel to school. Each pie chart should have a title. The title here, how the 40 children travel to school, and each pie chart should have a key. Here we have 3 colors in the pie chart, so we should have 3 colors in the key. The blue for the cycle, the red for the walk, and the green for the car. The question is, how many children cycled, walked, or were drove? First of all, we will look at the sectors. The sectors are here, red, green, and blue sectors. Sectors, how we form a sector, we draw 2 radii. Radii is the plural of radius. We will draw 2 radii from the center, cutting the circle so that we will get a sector, like we get a part from the pie or from a pizza. What fraction is this piece of a whole circle in the pie? This is half of the circle, so it is 50% or half. In percentage, it is 50%. What about this blue color, which is for cycle? We can say that this is a quarter of the pie chart, which is 25%. And what about the car? It is the same as the cycle, which is a quarter and 25%. Now, how to find how many children cycled? We will look at how many people were surveyed. Surveyed means asked. Here we have 40 children. So 50% or half of the 40 for walking will be 20. The quarter or 25% of students cycled. 25% or 1 out of 4 means 25 times 40 divided by 100, or 1 out of 4 times 40, which will be 40 out of 4, means 10 students cycled, 20 students walked, and of course 10 students were drove by car because it is the same as cycled. So to find how many children cycled, walked, or were drove, we will multiply either the fraction or the percentage by the total number of people surveyed. What about this one? We have a pie chart showing how 80 children travel to school. Here we have walk, car, cycle, and taxi. The question is, how many students walk, how many students cycled, drove, and went in a taxi? Here it's very easy to us to find that 50% of the students walk and 25% of the students go by car. But we need to find, or we need to look at how many people were surveyed. Here 80 means 50% or half of 80 will be equal to 40. So 40 people or 40 children walked. This is easy. Now let us go to the car because it is 25%, which is easy to us. 25% or a quarter of 80. Quarter of 80 means 80 times 1 divided by 4 will be equal to 20. So 20 children go by car. What about these 2 sectors, which are for cycle and for taxi? Cycle and taxi here, they are equal sectors and they are half of the 25% or half of the quarter. Half of the quarter means 1 out of 8 and half of 25% means 12.5%. So to find how many children cycle or go by taxi, we will multiply 80 by 12.5%, or we can multiply 80 by 1 out of 8. Multiply 80 by 1 out of 8. 80 times 1 is 80, divided by 8 will be 10. So 10 children go cycling and 10 children went by taxi. The pie charts here shows the favorite drinks of some year 7 pupils. What percentage of favorite drinks is? Okay. Here the key is inside the pie chart. We have tea, milk, cola, and coffee. But we need to know first how much each sector represents in the pie chart. If we count the sectors, or we can see that in the pie charts that it is divided into 10 equal parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10 equal sectors, so 100% divided by 10 will be 10%. Each sector from these represents 10% in the pie chart. So to find the T is one sector. 1 times 10 will be equal to 10%. For the coffee, we have 2 sectors. 2 times 10, 20%. For the cola, we have 4 sectors. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 by 10 will be 40%. And to find the milk, either you count the sectors and multiply it by 10%, or you can subtract the 100 minus 40 plus 20 plus 10, which will be equal to 30%. Example 2, the pie chart shows how Britain got rid of its dangerous waste products in 1985. They are asking about what percentage of dangerous waste was burned. First of all, you will count how many sectors do you have. You have 10 equal sectors. So 100%, because the pie chart, the total pie chart represent 100%, divided by 10 will be 10%. This means that each sector will represent 10% in the pie chart. For the dumping at sea, it will be 1 sector means 10%. For the chemical treatment, 1 sector means 10%. For the burning or the dangerous waste was burned, it will be half of the 10, which is 5%. Now, the remaining part, it is 7.5 sectors times 10, so 75%, or you can make 100 minus the 25%, it will be 75%. Now they are asking us, write the ratio of dangerous waste being chemically treated with respect to the waste being landfilled. Chemically treated, we said that it's 10%, and being landfilled it's 75, so we will write 10 to 75, and then we need to write our answer in simplest form. Divide by 5, both will be equal to 15. As a plenary, the pie chart shows the percentages of cars of 5 colors in a car park. To find the percentage of each color, first of all, you should count the number of sectors. After counting, I can find that here I have 10 equal sectors. Then divide 100 by the number of sectors. So 100 divided by 10 is 10%. This means that each sector will represent 10% in the pie chart. Then multiply the number of sectors for each color by the percentage. Example here, the green will be 1 sector by 10 means 10%. The red will be 2 sectors by 10 will be 20%. And for the blue, it's 4 sectors by 10, so 40%. Thank you very much.